Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Kathy Lee from Kathy's Creative Place. I have some cards to share with you that I made from the Craftology box from September from Country Craft Creations. And in this box was the jingle paper collection from Authentique, as well as some ribbon. There were some really cute little buttons and everything that I've used is either from the collection, and then I added some items from my stash. So I'll just do a preview and show you each one of these. This one I call my gingerbread card. It is a 5x7 card, and I've used the cocoa cup pattern paper and then this cute little script paper. I also use some spectrum. In your kit you also get spectrum paper, authentic spectrum paper, and I used some red stripes with this cute little brown and white polka dot ribbon, and I ran that over that red strip and around my card base. I also used a pretty Sizzix die. It's Tim Holtz Alterations, this poinsettia die, and I ran it through the embossing plate. It also comes with an embossing plate, and I added some gold pearls for the middle and some other punch. This is an old punch that I have. I think it's I think it's Marvi Ukaida. And then I also added some gold berries, which I got from the floral department at Michael's or Joann's, or even Hobby Lobby has them. And then I took the 3x4 cut apart of the little gingerbread Mr. and Mrs. and I matted it on brown cardstock, and that as my focal point. And then I created a double bow, a double loop bow, and I put a rhinestone. It's actually a brad, but I cut off the tines from the back and just glued it on with some hot glue. And then you open up, and on the inside I used again the cute little cocoa cups, and my sentiment Be Merry is a die from Echo Park, and I just cut that apart and used that as my inside sentiment. Okay, and then the next one is a really simple card. I don't recall. I think this is 4 1/4. Yeah, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 for this one. And I used the base background paper is the cute little snowflakes, and then I cut some little banner pieces from the marshmallow paper, the cocoa paper, and then again the green spectrum. And then I used this. This is one of the die cuts from the die cut sheet that comes with the kit, and use that as my sentiment. And then I used some twine for a triple loop bow, and then I cut this cute little it's a Christmas tree from one of the papers, and then I put some of the Nouveau glaze on it. And then the doily I used is a My Creative Time die, and it is top folding. And I also used it for the inside with a stamped sentiment, Celebrate the Season, and this cute little gingerbread house and cookies background paper, and that's what I used for this kind of like a little button for the middle of my bow. Okay, and then the next one, I used this sweet little Santa cut apart as my focal point, and I popped it up on some chipboard for some dimension. I trimmed it so it would fit on my scallop rectangle. And then this is a Tim Holtz die, also that I cut with some of the Spectrum paper, and it's kind of a like a tattered wreath die. And then I also used some Spectrum paper to cut out my poinsettias, and this is a magnolia die. And then I just put some stickles, some red stickles around for a little bit more glitz and glimmer. My sentiment is a PTI stamp, and then I used a little doily in the background, and then the base is the cute little candy cane paper, and then the holly and berries paper for another design piece behind it. And then I used some of this ribbon, which also comes in your kit, and I put that underneath my focal point, and then added a bow. And this is a button from the that comes in the kit as well. A couple more poinsettias, and then it is also top folding. This is a 6x6 card, and again I used the holly and berry leaves paper, and then the scallop die again. And then this is one of my all-time favorite old Hero Arts sentiments that I love for my Christmas cards and my Christmas sentiments. Okay, and then I also made a cute little tag. This is just a standard, I think it's 3 1/4, or nope, this one's 3 1/8 by 6 1/4. And then I cut it from chipboard, and then I covered it with this cute little tree paper. It's like the snow globe with Christmas trees in the middle. And then in the back I just used this cute little border paper. And then I also used this paper to create my Christmas tree. And what I did is I took a die, let's see if I can find it. It should be on my desk. Okay, here it is. It's a little doily die from My Creative Time. And it's this one here. It's a little bit larger one. It's this. And then what I did is I die cut 2 of them, and then I cut them in half, and then folded them and layered it to make a cute little Christmas tree. And then I also used some of the buttons that came in the collection, and then I layered on some, these are some old Prima poinsettia flowers, and a little Martha Stewart leaf punch, and then another, this is a Cherry Lynn doily die behind it, and then this is also another cute little button that came in that collection. And then I stamped a sentiment on a little tag and layered up some ribbon for the top of my tag. Again, some baker's twine, and then a couple bells, and that finished off the cute little tag. Okay, and then this one, this is actually a 4x6 cut apart, but I trimmed it down to make it a 4x4 focal point. And then again, I used again some Prima, some of my old Prima poinsettias, and white leaf die cuts, and these also came in the poinsettia collection. And I used a little bit of thread and just kind of wound it up. It just gives it a little bit of dimension and interest. And then I glued my poinsettias on top. And then it opens like this, kind of like a Z-fold card. And that reveals the sentiment, which is the same size as the 4x4. And then I have another poinsettia with some threads and leaves, and that finished that card. And those are the cards and tags that I made from the Jingle collection. I will be back for a tutorial. I have some tags that I'm going to make and share a tutorial with you on making these cute little tags for some Christmas packages. And I'm using a lot of the elements from the paper collection, as well as some of the buttons and stuff that come in the collection and the papers. And I'll be sharing those with you in the next couple days. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you soon.